Anyone else? I see, this entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma's doing whatever he pleases.
However,
if he's gone this far and made something like this, I doubt he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound in my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. Linky, were you gonna make a prediction? All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else could hear it. There we are. There we were, listening to the unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. How deep is this? Goddamn. Yeah, in this game, you're Hajime, you're not Makoto anymore. Oh, you're predicting the chef? Teru. Okay. Teru. Linky. Uthagi thinks it's the redhead chick, the photographer? What was her name? Mahiru. Alright. Usagi. Yeah, in this game, your name is Hajime Hinata. It's this guy. So. Alright, let's do it. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then the elevator door slowly opened.
welcome!
Okay. This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Are you?
What the hell is he thinking, locking us in a shitty looking place like this?
Don't fuck with me!
Fucking crazy, don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like, I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats, where your names are written. It looks like everyone knows, even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we all walked towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending, but he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. Yeah, dude, he got stabbed in he got stabbed when the lights went out at the party, so the person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. I wonder if they're gonna make me do like a tutorial and shit. Set skills. Oh, that's weird. Wait, how come it's not let... What the fuck? Okay, how does this work? It's not the same as it used to be. I guess you can't have all the skills, unfortunately. Oh, never mind, I see how it works. That's stupid, they should just go back to the old way. Whatever. Alright guys, you ready to go over the clues? Monokuma file. Victim's body was discovered in the dining hall at the old building near the Hotel Mirai. Estimated time of death 11:30. Victim was repeatedly stabbed over 10 times between the throat and abdomen region, resulting in death. Aside from that, the body had no other external injuries and no chemicals such as poison were detected. The body under the table is face down, as if Byakuya were reaching for something. Knife. Blood-stained knife found under the table where the body was discovered, with a glowing pink-like substance. A pool of blood formed around the body underneath the table. A lot of blood was splattered against the inside of the tablecloth. Also, there was no signs that the body had been dragged through the bloodstain. The floors of the dining hall were full of gaps. Gunham dropped one of his earrings through these gaps. The AC timer in the dining hall was set to 11:30. The AC timer in the office was also set to 11:30. Found under the table where the body was discovered. Night vision goggles apparently came from the supermarket. I wonder if someone got under the floorboard somehow and stabbed him, but they said that was impossible. During the blackout, Mikan tripped and fell in the dining hall. By the time the lights came on back, she ended up in a compromising position. You guys can say the answers and stuff in chat, but as I'm trying to figure it out, I'm not gonna look at the chat, so, unless I'm like really stuck, so. But go ahead, you guys can say stuff, it's fine. The case Byakuya had with him, there's a lot of security equipment inside, and a hard plastic case as well. The key to the other Duraloom case is inside here too. During the blackout, Ibuki was able to discern all the noise people were making. Can't see anything, it's pitch black, my future is pitch black. Everyone calm down. Someone stepped on Hyoko's feet. Yeah, what the hell? What's going on here? This is... Ow. Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this. Okay. Yeah. There were 3 irons placed inside the storage room. When Nagito found them, they were all turned on. The bloodstained tablecloth was found randomly stuffed inside the laundry hamper in the storage room. The gas stove in the kitchen is powered by electricity. That's why Teruteru couldn't use it during the blackout. Teruteru poured his heart and soul into cooking various party dishes. However, Akane and Peiko were the only ones who ate them. If a fire breaks out, the fire door in the hallway of the old building can be shut to keep the fire from spreading. The knife found at the crime scene was not included on the kitchen's equipment list. All the dangerous equipment that could be a potential weapon was confiscated by Byakuya. Apparently there was an iron plate for barbecue and portable stove for cooking hot pots. Chuyuko was standing guard outside. Fuyuko apparently came to the old building, then walked away. That's the mobster guy. A threatening letter was found in Byakuya's room. Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. The author of this is unknown. During the search for Byakuya after the blackout, Kazuichi headed straight to the office. He didn't see anyone there, including Peiko. According to Mikan's autopsy, Byakuya sustained several puncture wounds to his chest and abdomen. The wounds were inflicted by a thin, sharp weapon approximately 5mm diameter. So in other words, not that knife. Nekimaru kept trying to use the bathroom since before the party started, but someone was using it the whole time. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered. I wonder if there's a way in the bathroom under the floorboards. Oh well, let's start.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Tied her up.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, This class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate him that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Congratulations, Miss Cupcake and Cheek, for surviving the nurse's onslaught.
The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Nice.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
It's like girl-on-girl violence. The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that. No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my irritating rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak with one another without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the reticle, then fire with the Y button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose the truth bullet to blast the right one. Note that if you run out of time, you automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Hey, they got the old music, nice. Knife, blood under the table. Forward, okay.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh?
Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
Well, there was only 1 weak statement there, but oh well.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Aw, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed.
Johnny Botch.
Then, shortly thereafter, he found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Pigging out. We're searching. Ah, fuck, I gotta do this. Let's see. Okay, party dishes. Shit, I don't know actually. Ah, fuck, I didn't mean to choose that one.
Crap!
Byakuya got dove over the tables, connected to what Byakuya was doing at the party. Eating?
Crap!
Okay, I gotta get my logic up. The reason Byakuya got dove under the table. Full of gaps, okay. Use Duralum case. During the blackout. Irons. Cloth. It's not that. Can't be that. Confiscated by Byakuya. So he's looking for dangerous stuff? Murder threat. Several times. Yeah, let's look at the case. Nope.
Crap!
Holy shit, how did I fuck this up so many times? Well, at the party he was eating and he was looking for weapons and stuff. I don't get this one.
Crap!
Alright, let me just try the first one.
I can prove it with this.
Why?
It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
What was he?
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
I don't know about this case logic. Alright.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Yeah, it was the paint.
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will only be one lie or contradiction in a debate at a time. Which means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a true bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the RB button, you can progress the ultimate store slower. Please use whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, have fun. Alright. Holy shit, that's a lot.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout. That sounds correct.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham-Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong!
Figured it was the goggles. So he had the goggles? Well, that does make sense since he was dead.
Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
I'm still amazed Hiro made it through that game.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Are we dueling?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden argument? Whatever. Now, I don't quite get this debate thing. They were talking about it's different angles or something, so I'm guessing it's like a DDR step thing or something. I don't know, but on the other hand... Oh, wait. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. The bottom right corner of your screen, a number displayed that the sharpness of your counter is displayed. Okay, I'm assuming it's like DDR, so... Or Step Mania or whatever it was called. Sword slashing. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of debate. You will lose counts of sharpness every miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument chances... Oh, really? No more bullets? It means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mode towards the other party's advantage. Wait, what? Very big. Could they have made this tutorial any more confusing? Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the Y button. Okay. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Oh, what's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in filling was important? If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, have fun. Whatever. See how this goes.
If you just see the killer obviously used those night vision goggles, that's gotta be it.
Is that it?
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I totally have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Okay, I get
Where's your
that
proof
part.
that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
found a hole in your argument. Sure, Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mahiru's claims with evidence.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh my god, I want the old mode back. I didn't even like the old mode.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Okay, slash in your direction. Okay, overturn. Oh, that's right, I gotta press A and Y. I always fucking forget about that. Overturn. I don't know what overturn is. Fast forward argument. Okay.
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Okay, finally.
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party. We found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Thanks, Sheik. You're the best.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well.
I slowly figured it out eventually.
Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case,
Allow me to refute your evidence.
since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Durr.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
What did he say? The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party. I should be able to prove it. Duct tape. Welcome back, Kayla.
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
I have to admit, I don't like Hajime's voice, but oh well.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
Oh, we have a list here, Kayla, so... let me see here. I think Nagito did it. Arnold thinks Hiyoko did it. Linky thinks Terror did it. And Usagi thinks, Mahiru, the redhead photographer girl, did it.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too,
The all-seeing
right,
eye.
Hajime?
That's right, Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility that murder could occur.
I can prove it with this.
This is a red herring, I'm sure.
Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. I mean, that fucking Sayaka.
The hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies!
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer? Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. My hair gel isn't working. Oops, someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I could believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used the mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. Okay.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality,
I didn't
the
even-
knife we found under the table
I didn't think that was a murder weapon.
and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
You tell him, waifu.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
I'm not the killer. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess she's not.
Out of all the girls,
How can you believe her so easily?
she's the master of video games. How can I not? You know.
With Pecco's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Pecco was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call these weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullet to prove that the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. You can press the start button to review, blah blah blah.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Wait, let me look. Gas stove in the kitchen is powered. Yeah. Shikai saw Fuyuhiko. During the search for Byakuya, Kazugai headed straight to the office and Pecco wasn't there. Alright, I'm gonna go with his.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Not weird to doubt her. But I feel like I spoke to someone. Yeah, okay, I know what to do.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Maybe she was banging somebody.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Oh, that actually works.
No, I think Pecco is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Pecco.
Nope.
It's nothing like that at all.
That's Sheik's job.
Mikamaru's account is actually Pecco's alibi.
Trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pecco was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
The food was that bad, huh?
The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited? Seriously, stop it.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
What'd he say? I missed it.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Yeah, Teru could've.
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Pico's stomach ache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Teru cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that!
Teru Cosby.
Laxatives would ruin the taste!
And the taste.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
You think it was the embarrassing pose that caused her stomach to twist?
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Laxatives.
Teru cooked the food. How suspicious!
Hey, let me look at all these. Yeah, that was after the lights were off, so that's not it. Where's Harden's? Akane and Peiko were the only ones who ate them. But Akane was apparently fun.
I wouldn't do anything like that! Laxatives would ruin the taste!
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong!
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I'm not.
I feel totally fine.
Look at that figure.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Is this bickering?
Let's just dismiss Peko's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout. Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us. Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make clear how the blackout occurred. Oh, it's gonna be the AC timers. Or maybe the irons.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
That doesn't count.
Crap!
Never mind.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they... If you can't answer that, did they throw a...
Maybe they used a remote...
They probably messed...
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that.
Yeah. Just gotta be more patient.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally. Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout. When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Oh, good.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
I think I'm too used to the first game.
If the irons in the storage room caused the black, then for the killer to turn the irons on. You're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to... If the irons caused, then the killer had to go to the storage room and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't able... If the irons caused, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cut. If the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Okay. Got it.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
The air conditioners! Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout.
That's right, Mr. Tire Chains.
I see! I understand!
Indubitably!
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
You mean you had to wait? Right now?
So, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Oh boy.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia,
Nah.
not you too.
I'm streaming on Friday.
The energy usage.
Every day.
Probably asked
On the
Mr.
weekend.
Pekka about it.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys. There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
What a loser.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred.
Nagito's?
The question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
Stoned.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Oh, bro.
Anyway, I have
Hope
an
we're
idea
always
about
triumph,
what we
bro.
all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
What the fuck?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already.
Sandman-sama.
We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already!
What the fuck?
I want to go home and eat candy!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one
B-Day.
friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
Oh, it's your B-Day?
There are no
Oh, congrats,
clues
dude.
that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
I'm alright.
Wrong. I think...
Did you say something?
As we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
Sorry, I'm trying to like do the case too. How was your stream, dude? I saw you had a big stream going.
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
What's up, Unqualified Duluth?
I mean,
Robert,
before that.
thanks for the follow. Welcome. Is she asking how the killer got this close to the table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint in order to do that? They need to get close to the table while it was still dark. So
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful.
They had to be under the floorboards then, right?
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
I kind of like this music. Alright, hold on. Nagito was pretty damn close. And Hyoko. Byakuya's all the way on the other side, so how did he get lowered over there? Who the killer is, how they were able to move to the table in the darkness. Oh, he could have used the, what do you call that? The power cord. So Nagito's right there. It's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to do that in the table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Yeah, this.
Crap!
Oh, you actually take damage here? The tape? Alright, let's go to the lamp. Or can I move? What about the cable?
Here!
Okay. I didn't see the cord at
The
first.
desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
How's it going, Unqualified? Of course there's a way to use the desk lamp. The power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
The suspicion falls on Nagito.
Who?
Although it's a little early, so... The only person here who could have possibly done that... Byakuya! No.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Yes, he did, because he was cleaning the room.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Tell him, waifu.
Me? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws a chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you mother?
No, I'm starting to think you didn't do it. So they're going too hard on him now.
Just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
Oh, come on, dude.
Nagito, say something!
The fuck? What?
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death!
Still like him a cupcake?
How wonderful!
Yep.
How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Apparently he has a Sharingan and shit. Darkness, his eyes shone bright as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started.
Oh, that's right.
I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Just like you.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey Nagito! If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
Hmm.
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
How's that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur.
I guess we
Am I
found
wrong?
the new Kyoko here, huh?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
It's so hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. Storage room. I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stay there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office? Oh, so he didn't want people in the storage room.
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
The ultimate lucky student.
I see! You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
I'm left with the red mark. Haha, for someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
He hasn't admitted to the murder yet.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange. If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke. I'm sorry.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by white noise. In that case, oh, so you can't get rid of white noise now? Alright, I just gotta aim good. Which, as we know, I suck with. Remember that last case in the first game?
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has
Yeah.
already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with a knife he hid.
Oh, never mind. Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's strange...
The killer is so obvious!
He has already
That bastard Nagito, he killed Byakuya with a knife he hid. No, that's wrong.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Nikon?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
It's like a pick.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Not a whorehouse!
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
You're into Mikon?
I'm sorry.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off!
What happened during the blackout? Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision!
There was her account. Okay, so Byakuya. What in the hell? What's going on here? This is Nagito Ow. So did Nagito get stabbed?
Don't get distracted! Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Oh my god.
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
Beyond our sight. The truth is beyond our sight. No, it can't be. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Yeah.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck. You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like... Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
He just admits it.
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make.
Ibuki's talent?
I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. He got shoved out from the under the table before he could even grab it. Well, it sounds plausible, I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually. Now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was.
Well, there goes my killer theory.
Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
Great. And
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
And we can't execute him?
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward.
He goes on both
Rising to the
sides.
challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
What a dork. Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I could say that. I thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about the guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. Well, hopefully he stops being tutorial, mister. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means necessary. Because if we don't, we will die here. What the fuck? Suspended.
Well now.
The class trials reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who's figured out who it is right now, how about you try the Guess the Killer challenge? Night Dragon. Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion. Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue.
Well then, what are you gonna do?
Just kidding, you can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either!
You're so evil!
Villain, you're truly a villain. They have midway points in trials now. Already been at this for like an hour.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
I'm sure it is.
The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
Not even Cupcake.
I'm talking about your looks.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
You didn't see that earlier. He's like, no one's ever complimented my physical appearance, not even my mother. And I was like, not even Lady Cupcake either, the guy you have a crush on.
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been? I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yes, there's only one thing he could have used to block the blood splatter. This embarrassing pose.
I can prove it with this! You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right? If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it.
Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
You weren't there. Get out of here.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then, what does it mean?
The hamsters did it.
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there.
But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different.
Huh? Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Get away from me.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman Gambit will occur. Oh boy. The goal is to line up the right letters. In order to do so, reveals a keyword related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. 1, if 2 different letters clash, you take damage. 2, if the same letters clash, they refuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while trying not to let 2 of the different letters clash. This is what's more important. In order to do that, you've been given the technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the left stick and press A while it's been on the top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is meant to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time. So please be careful. Yeah, this sounds horrible, Linky. When you press the A button, you will have a letter caught. You can shoot it. How you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letter will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the A button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letter. Catch and release with the A button after you fuse them and fire with the B button. It's a whole lot of A buttons. However, if you just erase the letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of Improved Hangman is to complete a keyword, display the question. With the X button, you will figure out the keyword. Oh my god, why did they make this complicated? Instead of pressing the A button, fire the please press the Y button. If that happens at the same time as the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If the sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order based on the flying letters. It will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you. Why do they do this? Why can't they just say, like, guess the fucking word, you know? Like, killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit more, and I have a feeling I can see something. Under the floor. Come on, people. What is this bullshit? Oh my god, I kinda got it. This game is fucking horrible. This is like way too long too. Where's the fucking Fs? Damn it.
I got it!
Really? Sheesh, that was stupid. Who came up with that?
Got it!
I'd rather play
The killer must have
Battleship.
stabbed Byakuya from under
blind.
the floorboards.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps,
I hope the
they could
third
have
game
stabbed
isn't
Byakuya
like
to
that.
death.
Like worse.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
The bathroom. One person should know how to get under the floorboards. I can't choose the stupid, whatever. Well, fuck, I don't know. How to get under the floorboards. Who's the guy that lost his earring? Is it this guy?
You're the only one!
Yeah.
Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
Yeah, hopefully it's not
I
dumb.
said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Dumb minigames.
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Ah, there it is. I found it. Surely that is the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. I see, good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through the opening, where to use a tool would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room. One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk.
That's why the boxes were stacked
has
on
seen
there.
beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks
Cupcake,
beneath
take
a
care.
large assortment
Have a good
of
night.
random boxes.
Bye-bye.
After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards.
Cupcake's like, my man's safe, I'm leaving.
And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Yeah, right, unqualified.
Are you
Jeez.
sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
It had an intermission.
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Who wasn't at the party again?
Yeah, we're gonna blame the mobster now.
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right?
Yes, this Monami over here is your witness.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... it obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
That's gonna help.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Good news, you are now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the A button as many times as you want. Shoot down white noise. Time limit increases. Blah 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 blah. Oh my god, dude.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know?
Yeah.
That means you have no alibi.
No, that's wrong!
Uh-huh.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
Huh? What happened, Fuyuhiko? Oh, hey, what are you doing here? All alone at a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party? It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
It appears we're getting close to the final stage. The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Oh my god, this guy. No wonder you hate him, Sheik. I wasn't gonna say anything with Cupcake here, I don't like him either.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that is like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
That doesn't work.
Crap!
Alright, never mind.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that.
Let me look at the damn bullets, so then. Fire breaks out. Hallway to the old building can be shut to keep the fire from spreading.
It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
Duralumin case. Was there a flashlight in there? Lots of security equipment, hard plastic case.
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Wow.
Definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not?
Seafood bowl, fish.
What if they...
Wait, what was in the kitchen? Hold on. Damn it, it's in Japanese. I can't read that. Shit, I really don't like. I really don't know this one.
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
That not work.
Crap!
Okay, stop listening to
The
Akane.
hallway was really dark during the blackout.
Party
Moving to the
dishes.
storage room like that.
Fire door.
It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
A string. How? Was I really? Shit.
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used...
Oh. I don't know if I can get to it.
This sounds impossible.
The hallway was really...
Wait. So could it have been the oven? Or the stove or whatever? Powered by electricity, that's why it's here too. Can use it to block out. The smell of the dishes? Nah, that can't be it. Fire breaks out in a fire door in the hallway. Buildings can be shut to keep the fire from spreading.
Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
Yeah, I know.
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
I agree with that.
Oh god, thank you.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
Wine glasses. Iron plates for barbecue and a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Ew. The kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problem using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around.
Well, that wasn't a Japanese portable stove,
So,
Shook.
the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
A hole? What kind of hole?
It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
Oh my god.
No, that's wrong. Will you be able to break through my argument?
What does he mean battle? It sounds like he's enjoying the game or something. Damn it, there's no way I'm gonna lose against someone like him. Nagito looks like a moron.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Source contradicts Kazuichi's testimony.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Really? What? Oh my god, dude. Are you kidding me?
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier?
They didn't say that earlier.
The hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see it was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Wouldn't Kazuichi... After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Stood out. So if the killer does have a light, the reason Kazuichi wasn't able to see it was because...
The reason...
Wait, which one's Kazuichi again? Yeah.
Was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have... After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Yeah, the soda guy.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Damn it, I keep doing that.
Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
That doesn't work?
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Dark hallway.
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right? The reason
Okay, am I doing this wrong? What am I thinking?
was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark...
The fire door. I keep waiting for the fire door to be something. Fire breaks out the fire. Oh, it's shut. Okay, right there. Oh, that should work.
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see it was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Why doesn't that work?
Crap! The reason Kazuichi
I guess that's be the other one.
Because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
There it is.
Cut through those words.
Okay, thank you.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway.
Yeah, this game is like
Plus,
super
the
weird to
hallway
pick
rounds
up.
a corner just beyond the fire door.
I'll get better at it. I was terrible at the first game
Even
too
if
by
there
this
was a small
point.
gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see.
I should just be more
Actually
patient.
Notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate. Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Why is she crying?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly,
Oh, really?
can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
Oh, really? Even though I don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used a portable stove to move in the dark. By the second case, how it snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya using the glowing paint at the mark. So the only killer I could think of. You and only you. And for fuck's sake. Terra.
You're the only one!
Oh, Wikipedia. Yeah.
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
Please tell me that Teru and the idiot guy that I hate are in this together so we can execute both of them.
That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru. That attitude is so not like you.
Well, the second case was the murder of Chihiro, right? So how the fuck would you even consider that, at that point she's, basically the mastermind? That's pretty hard to do. Especially when she's dead, you know?
For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
Oh my god, can I mute him?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Yoko's growing on me.
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light. And that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
Nagito, he's like half Byakuya, half Junko, but not the fun part of Junko. The like really annoying part, which is very rare, but still there.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark?
I can't wait until he does.
Super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim targeted by the mark. What was that mark? Embarrassing pose. Storage room tablecloth. A party dish.
I can prove it with this! The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
Maybe it'll piss off Monokuma at some
I
point.
see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing.
But how would he know that?
That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here?
You mean this case or the entire game?
This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
With the fire door up?
It's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me?
Oh my god, another debate.
It's not like I want to blame you. I just...
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope.
Oh my god.
Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
I'm starting to not like this guy. It's making me not like the game slightly. Alright.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall can...
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
Could it be the gaps in the floorboard?
It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining
She looks like she's about to kill him.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
Yeah, you tell him, Mikan.
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so.
Teru from New Orleans!
Could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Teru in the parade!
Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Chic.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
That's a contradiction.
Oh, is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories.
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again.
Whether or not Teru is in a dining hall during the blackout. In order enough, sir.
I didn't need to throw them there question at him.
Hey, what? What are we doing here? Yeah.
I can prove it with this.
Oh yeah, he would fucking know about that, huh?
If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Whoa, what? Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
Wow, fan service as evidence.
This is a very important question. Well, Toto, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
Fan service.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly. How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
Huh? That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Hey, his accent's back.
Even so, Nagito, say something.
I guess you might have to give up now.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, yeah?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
You understand him?
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Is it really this hard to
Weapon,
understand?
huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
Was he speaking?
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Was he speaking in Cajun in the Japanese version?
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Oh my
Fine,
god.
I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
What to do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Think about this. And thin edge tool with the diameter of about 50 millimeters, less than 50 millimeters. Like we use the metric system in America. Holy shit. The weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Yeah, right, Tumor? What's that? Is it the skewer or whatever? Deep fryer? I don't know. What the fuck is that? The fuck? Really long and narrow. What was that, oh shit, I can't look at it from here. Oh well. Never mind. Okay, Oh, shit. Can't be ice pick. IR. Iced. Ick. Ear. Ah, fuck. I meant to try that. I bet you it's probably something that's like super Japanese I'd never think of. Not in. S. We'll go with S. Why not? R. R. Iris. Irish. R. Oh, iron. Okay. Iron hot pots. Hot pot. Shit. Oh, if that just leaves, it does that? Okay, maybe it's something else. Iron, what? Something that's sharp. Shish kebab? Kebab? Okay. Yeah, okay. Iron S. Shit, I'm gonna lose. Iron stick. Yeah, that's probably it. Oh my god. Where the fucking R's? Shit.
I got it.
Did I say skewer?
The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Not bad.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Tero.
There seems to be one iron skewer missing. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, it's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne.
Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means
He ate it.
he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
He shoved it up.
Probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Oh! 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 Whoa!
Finally, we're nearing the end. The cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. They will probably paying you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bully time sorry. Damn it. The panic time action. TTA. You must destroy your opponent's soul shields. Destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of a song. Time your button presses with the tempo markers as they move across the screen. Match the tempo markers by pressing A. And you will be able to lock on to your opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you will be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterwards, if you release the A button when timed with the tempo marker... You have to release it? What? Do you have to hold it? That's odd. Alright, by destroying the remarks, you will gain the ability to damage the soul shields. You cannot destroy the marks within a time limit. You end up getting hurt. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep the score and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you find yourself in a tempo down. The song changes, the tempo changes, this will alter the time pretty much. Be careful. At the final blow, if you destroy all your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 worlds will be displayed at the top, bottom, left, and right. Each of these 4 worlds corresponds to the B, Y, X, A button. Press the buttons in the right order, you will... Oh my god, really? Compose the words for your final strike. Shut the fuck up. You will make your argument while searching for words that will trump your opponent's final argument. If you don't deliver your final strike within the time, the opponent's skill shields will recover.
Oh! 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 Whoa! What the hell you even saying, you super cutter hick?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
How do you debate someone you can't understand? The iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could have been an unexpected place. Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like the skewer? Think carefully.
I'm not hiding that thing!
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm hiding that thing! I'm not hiding anything!
I must reveal to Teru Teru the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton!
Say Paris Hilton.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense!
Unforgivable! I don't know. Where would the weapon be?
Oh, you put in the meat bone. What? I just said it! On the meat bone. Oh my god.
Unforgivable! Where would the weapon be?
On the meat bone. I guess I must have... What?! It's not on the meat bone? On the bone meat? The fuck? That's a stupid... I'm sorry, that's a stupid one. It shows me. Oh my god.
This is our end? We will never give up!
Okay, so bone on the meat.
Whoa!
Bone.
What the hell you even saying, you super cutter hit?
He said, I guess.
Alright, we're skipping all this. Bone on the meat.
I'm not hiding that thing! I'm hot! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Harris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Where would the weapon be?
Wait, what did you say? Bone on the meat. That didn't work, okay.
Where would the weapon be?
Meat on the bone.
This is the end!
Oh my god, really?
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
I can't believe...
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
Like the skewer and the churrasco either inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Phew, I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But
Ironic.
in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected.
Oh, really?
Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an
Yeah,
iron
no, it's
skewer
like, where'd you
is-
hide it? Meat on the bone. Ace detective
Meat on
here.
the bone.
What now?
What now? About to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here.
We need to confirm this now!
Yeah, looks like you got it, Linky.
So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
No
Wait,
way.
now hold on a second. Time out.
Why would he put it back?
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
Gonna eat it himself.
I'm right here.
He's a fucking boss. He's gonna eat it himself. Fuck y'all.
I'm already eating it.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Tailnet, that's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
He's trolling. He can't even taste.
This is bad! Seriously, this is really bad!
My! There's something inside the meat! Look what came out!
Isn't that...
Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from
No,
the
that
ultimate chef.
That was just a meat thermometer, guys.
You're wrong! I'm not the killer! I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone! I got it! You all set me up! You guys set me up so you could blame this on me!
Jeez, what a disappointment.
We can't English.
Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Yeah, tell him. Can't wait till they kill this guy.
He said, "You're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks."
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Never said a word about cooking on your grate!
Oh, that's kind of sad when you have like the chef's first meal and it's really good.
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end.
All right,
and make everything clear.
Handle that, Chikai. I'm gonna be over here with my ice water. I'll be back. Why is everyone looking at me? If we don't do this, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
You said that they fixed this next mode, right, Chick? So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Every case has one less feature to bring to trial today, and this is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll be given a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events from the case in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up all your correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. Good luck. I'm pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps, but once you fill in some in, it will become much simpler. Okay, I'm getting done with these tutorials. There's a certain trick. If you move the reticle onto the gaps of each page, it will display hints. The hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together these two and think carefully. Plus, don't forget there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck, have fun. Wait, how do you get the clue again? Everyone at the party is... Storage room before the blackout. office room when the blackout occurred. The fuck? When the blackout occurred in the office room? This one. The moment it got dark, Byakuya... Nah. Who did Byakuya see? The killer obtained a light. The weapon is hidden. Stalk 2? Alright, let's start over. Shikai is guarding the building entrance. That was us. Everyone at the party is something. Storage room before the blackout. Yeah, right. The moment it got dark, Byakuya probably did that. Who did Byakuya see? The killer obtained a light. Oh. What did the killer do after exiting the dark hall? What was found under the table? I heard it. He just puts the meat back. That's funny. What was found under the table? That's not there. What did the killer obtain in the storage room? Killer do after exiting the dark hallway. Yeah, right here. Oh, what? I thought it would. Yeah. At the storage room before the blackout. Is this? No. Everyone at the party is. Well, shit, I'm missing something. How does this not work here? I don't get it. Weird. Unless it's in the case. What did the killer do after exiting the dark hall? What did the killer obtain in the storage room? Yeah, it's the sheet, I think. What was found under the table? Are these night vision goggles? No. At the storage room before the blackout. What the fuck? Wow, that's stupid. Come on. Alright, whatever. For the blackout. Who did Byakuya see? The killer obtained a light. What did the killer do after exiting the dark hall? What did the killer obtain in the storage room? What was found under the table? Storage room before the blackout. This.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Okay, yeah, that works a little better. You just gotta, like,
Let's try going over
peruse the whole thing.
Beginning with right after the party started.
Yeah.
Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway.
Terror, why?
But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion.
Perverts.
They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage.
You know what I don't get, though? How did Terror know he was going to be right under that
They
table?
prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m.
Unless him and Nagito were in on it together, so we should fry Nagito's ass too.
The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness.
Really? Oh, that reminds me, Sheik. I got another question for you I never figured out. From the first game?
Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case.
How did Hifume know Celeste's last name? I never figured that out.
That item was the night vision goggles.
To call her out at the end?
Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power
okay.
so he could get under the table.
I get it.
That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito.
Sucks.
While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon too.
I'm gonna watch
This
the
had also
anime
been hidden in
someday.
the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item.
That's cool.
That's right.
Boosh.
A tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there.
I guess no one picked Taro as their,
If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but
their waifus.
he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment.
Yeah, that was
when
my
the glowing
second
paint
guess.
began to move.
I think I got tainted because I want the other guy to be guilty so much. And it did
After
make
they
sense.
murdered Byakuya,
And he was
the
there.
killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall.
You know, like, he would have been the killer, he's just a dumbass. He got caught.
They came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen,
Yeah,
they
right.
rejoined the group as if nothing had happened.
It's like when someone shoots to kill someone else and they just, like, don't hit a vital spot, they only get, you know,
There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime.
attempted murder, so they get a lesser sentence even though they were trying to kill the
Especially if
person.
that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food.
I don't know, this case is kind of wonky, honestly, but whatever.
Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura?
It's like, in order for Terror to do what he did, not only did he have to know, he would have to know that the other guy was gonna fail.
That's what happened.
And he would have to know that
Did I get
Byakuya
anything wrong?
had the night vision goggles to see all that shit.
It's a mistake.
That's kind of weird.
A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone.
His accent's
Would
back.
Never.
Oh yeah, I went back in the meat.
This is the end.
Later, Chef Boyardee. F F F F F F F F D F F F F F F B. Oh my god. Oh really?
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate?
Byakuya's blood.
Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier!
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
That should boil them in, like, cheese fondue.
Correct!
Did you see Teru was smiling there? Oh, that's right. This time, the black and responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Hanamu. Yeah, that'd be a horrible death, huh? Have you ever had some, like, boiled cheese or some really hot cheese get on your skin? Ugh. Are you serious? Out of all the people, are you saying a ponce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But why? Why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake, I'm telling you. It was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean?
I
spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard weird laughter near the dining hall. When I peeked over there, I saw him. I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty, putting a knife under the table. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. And I saw him place the irons, which he brought into the storage room, and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus, he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he... You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught?
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see, so that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here, that's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right, in the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why. I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
See, isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, you will become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger your despair, the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness, and in order to see it, I'm going to become everyone's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine. It's as simple as that. That's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
You're kidding. Don't tell me you're actually serious.
Man.
So you don't understand, that's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy. So it's alright, this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic. Ultimate fanatic.
No way!
There's something wrong with you. Really? Do you think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me? But isn't that what love is? Nagito, what's the meaning of this? Explain it all to me. I don't understand anything about this story at all.
See?
You see, if you have a favorite boxer, don't you want to see him fight a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that.
What?
What, am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, you know? For mere humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status to even higher.
Amazing!
It's amazing to hear someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great!
There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation so that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it, you're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I don't understand at all. Are you still saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as someone killing for fun, but I guess it looked the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Isn't that why you didn't mind when Teru discovered your plan?
That's wrong.
Or perhaps it was intentional too.
So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing, plus it'd be better for him if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Teru? You expected to pique Teru's curiosity and you looked forward to the mystery becoming more complex? Well, you're basically right. It's true, I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I just casually mentioned, oh, it's dangerous, so if you fall, so don't get too close to it.
Hey!
This dude, he's seriously batshit crazy. He's insane. Right, Olive? Shush. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know?
However...
But why? Why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skewer there. But why is Byakuya the one who died and it was supposed to be Nagito, not him? Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. And then in place of Nagito.
Nope.
No, I don't think that's it.
Perhaps.
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What did you say?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
That much I promise. Could it be in order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. And that someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito even though he was trying to take the knife. I see. Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet...
Such despair.
I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. Yeah, he was in the first game. He survived at the end. What? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. Did you see the first game before, Unqualified? I'm sure everyone will become stronger by overcoming this despair.
No way.
Could it be you knew Byakuya would protect you so you could set him up to fall?
Someone like me?
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results of that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. Yeah, I'm not sure. Stress eating, or... I don't know. Maybe since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't just want to waste it. So that's why I helped Teru. Why? Well, because Teru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru. What do you mean confirm? Just stop it already.
Well...
Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I also empathized with Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him I don't care if I die, so you should focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru? Holy shit, they made everything longer in this game. Goddamn.
Man.
In the end, my help just wasn't enough, and this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You will not die in vain.
Great!
You will become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else, so their hopes can grow even more powerful.
Impossible!
Sacrifice?
Shut up! Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey!
Hey, is it really okay for us just to leave this crazy bastard alone like this?
Huh?
Isn't it better if we just fucking kill them off? Kill? He said high school students are so violent these days. But the person who's gonna be killed now isn't Nagito, it's Teru.
What's the matter?
You didn't forget, right? Because I already told you at the beginning, right? If the blackened killer uses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait!
Hold on.
No.
That was, how should I put it, an accident, an act of self-defense, not intentional. Anyways, I feel it's possible it's not my fault.
Hey!
It doesn't matter if it's an accident or self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey!
But isn't there anything like sympathetic judgments, exonerating circumstances, or maybe even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims. That's not...
Hey!
Hey, save me, you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so...
Why you?
Be honest, after learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plans, right? That's what you thought, right?
Wrong!
You're wrong. There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito and willing to sacrifice everybody else to survive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end.
No.
That is...
Teru.
Why?
If only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive. Of course, leave it to the girls to throw fire on him.
Answer me.
Why did you try to commit murder? Answer me, Teru. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Because she's waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Hope's Peak Academy and come home.
Okay, I'm going now.
When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right?
The series is rivaling Naruto on its amount of like flashbacks and sad stories, origin stories and shit.
So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already.
If only Teru just looked at the panties and didn't commit murder, he'd be fine.
I know that already.
I promised her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamaru Diner. I thought he was already a full-fledged cook. Mom was waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me. I bet you she's moved on, she already has a lover.
That's why I need to go home!
Teru. But if we were told our memories were stolen and that several years had passed since our first day...
Hey!
Then what happened to the Hanamaru Diner? What happened to my mom who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said?
Damn it!
You were saying all along, it's okay, I'll never believe something like this. So why?
Wrong!
I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I just wanted to make sure it was all a lie. I wanted to make sure that I still have a place to call home. Teru, you. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anyone else here. That's why he kept denying it, because he believed it. He needed to deny it. Damn it, if only I knew how he felt. Something like this never would have happened.
I
wanted to confirm by any means necessary I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was gonna kill someone and I left him alone. That's why. You should have fucking told somebody.
Fine.
So, you want the first kill?
I'm sorry.
You guys. It doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it was the only thing I could do. And I ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagito. I see.
I think I'm the one who went crazy.
Terror. I see. Interesting, but... as far as motives to kill are concerned, wanting to see your mom is boring. What?
So... Yahoo!
It seems there's no point in basking in the afterglow, so let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
You can't!
No, you can't.
Jeez, get out of my way!
It's like a spinny corkscrew punch.
Well now.
There now, that annoying little sister has been dealt with. Let's get back to business.
Wait!
Hold on a second. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but at least...
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
for Terror Hanamura, the ultimate cook.
Hey!
Call me chef. No, wait, that's not what I...
Please!
Please tell me at least what happened to the Hanamura diner and to Mama.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Well, there's no going back now, is there?
Lies! I won't believe this!
I won't believe it. What the fuck? Ouch.
Extreme!
Yahoo!
Yeah!
The adrenaline is rushing through me. Terror.
Damn it!
Oh, are you fucking serious?
How cruel.
Why? Why did you do something so cruel?
What?
Didn't you learn when you were in elementary school if you badmouth someone? The teacher writes in a note and makes whoever you badmouth read it to you in front of the class.
No.
When that happens, only then do you think about how it feels to be badmouthed. The same applies to murder.
What are you saying?
You're the one who drove him to do it. So cruel. This is just too cruel.
Nice!
Well, it can't be helped. Rules are rules, and this is the killing rule after all. What rule? You're the one who's breaking the rules. I can't let that just slide. What do you mean? When you mentioned the motive, didn't you also promise something? However, there's a catch. Don't tell me the catch is. Figured it out yet? That's right. You guys have to kill each other. That's my bargaining point. You guys want to know, right? You want your school memories returned to you, right? Then you better start killing. A penny for your thoughts and a murder for your memories. Why? Why didn't you tell Terra about his mom or his diner? He had a right to know. Yeah, us too. We all have a right to know.
Bastard!
Hey, hurry up and tell us. What did you mean earlier when you mentioned our school memories? Oh yeah, I did promise to return your memories after the killing began. You're gonna do it, but telling them is kind of... But I never told you guys that I'd tell you right away.
What?
Not fair.
Of course!
I'll keep my promise to return your memories someday. But it's still not clear when that someday will actually be. I must excuse myself as well. There's something that I need to do.
Huh?
What the heck?
So cruel!
It's not fair. They both ran away.
Then...
Monokuma had us all wrapped around his little finger after all.
Stupid!
Terra, you stupid.
Such despair.
An ending that is just full of despair. Seriously tragic despair. But still, at times like this, as the symbols of hope, you guys need to keep doing your best.
You.
You? Why are you smiling?
Crap!
How can you smile in a situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on, I'm sad too, you know. Didn't I tell you? From the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all. You're ultimate to inspire hope in your splendid talents. There's no way I can be happy when we've lost such a talented individual.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't go saying creepy shit, I'll fucking kill you. Please, kill me anytime.
What?
If you hate me, I don't mind you killing me. I've already prepared myself to become your stepping stone.
Someone like me?
If absolute hope can be born from that, then my life is nothing special. You, how messed up you are.
Hey.
However, if you're gonna kill me, make sure to discuss it with me beforehand, okay? You see, if you do that, then I can cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously intending to help the killer? It's really not that big a deal. If you're students at Hope's Peak Academy, if you're symbols of hope who possess the chosen talents,
great,
then it shouldn't matter to you guys at all if I cooperate with the killer, right?
You fiend.
Declaring so confidently that you'll side with the killer.
Hey!
Maybe this was his plan all along. Since he's willing to work with the killer, he wants us to think it's better for us not to kill. Well, I don't mind what you think of me. In actuality, thanks to Byakuya, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live.
This is exciting!
Mostly, I just want to watch everyone destroy all the despair that comes from you, one after another. Just kidding.
You pissed me off.
Hey, can I punch you? I won't be satisfied until I punch you. Fine. Let's stop this already. It's just gonna be a waste of time if we keep dealing with him.
What?
Even Hajime hates me now.
How unfortunate.
That stings. I feel you and I were quite similar. What is that?
Isn't that right?
You hold a special feeling towards Hope's Peak Academy, just like me. Don't put me in the same category as you.
Hey.
But how can you say you're not? Monokuma said it himself, we don't know anything about each other's true nature. No, if it's true that our school memories were stolen, it's the same as not knowing our true selves, too. Especially for you, right? So someone who can't even remember what his talent is. Akane, please feel free to punch him. Will do.
Wait!
Hold on.
Please stop!
No, fucking punch him. Nothing will come from fighting like this. There's something else we must do.
Huh?
Something else.
Please listen!
We must not argue with each other in a place like this. There's something more important we must do. Finish the meal, right?
Let me ask.
Which is? Do our best.
You fiend.
Well?
We must first leave here and get some rest, and then we shall work together and do our best, so we never have to come back here again.
Perhaps.
This is what I believe we must do right now.
I am sorry!
If only I was a better motivational speaker. No, that really touched my heart. You're totally right. What we need to do here now is our best. If we do our best, it's definitely gonna pay off, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Like...
But what do we have to work hard at? I do not know, but we must do our best.
Jeez.
I don't get you, Are you some kind of moron?
Well,
It's fine if you don't know. What matters is that you hold on to that feeling that you have to do your best.
Right?
So let's do our best to make sure killing like this never happens again.
But...
It's scary, but doing our best is our only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagito said.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but let's do our best for now.
Fine.
Very well, even if we're not able to change our future. The future. I guess I should at least change my tomorrow. Damn fiend, I won't give up until the very end. I won't die in vain. I'll give my entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul to fight to the very end. Yeah, you're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island. Do our best. We kept using that phrase over and over again, even though we knew they were just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it, and we continued to say it over and over without stopping. Thus, the curtain had fallen upon the last trial where Byakuya and Teru were sacrificed. Afterwards, we left the trial grounds and returned to the mainland of Jabberwock Island. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages.